Recording in progress.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
First, go ahead.
Oh,
What
no,
were you
go
going to
for
say,
it.
Christina?
I was going to say, look, we have some festive spirit in the room.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, can we explain the clothing?
We obviously did not get the memo, Lisa. I'm feeling a little left out. So these guys coordinate their outfits, obviously.
Well, I don't know if everybody can tell that Vincent is also wearing a onesie. So Stephen is wearing a very colorful, Christmassy onesie, and then Vincent is wearing a very Vincent onesie.
Yes.
Very
Clean lines, you
With a
know,
moose on the
beautiful detailing,
Well, it's a
simple
little
yet
later here.
elegant.
It's a little later in the east end of the world here.
That
So
is very true. It is time for bed. So I guess you guys have some snow over there. Hey, Stephen?
I do. I woke up to some snow today. Ho, ho, ho.
Mm.
who are you calling a hoe?
Mother Nature.
It better not be me. Yeah.
Be careful now.
I like the Christmas spirit. I like that, this is not, we're not complaining about the weather. We're
Nope.
embracing it.
Nope.
Embracing. Yeah.
Christmas is coming. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, trying
Isn't
to
it
get my
neat?
head into making bonbons now that I saw the
Oh
snow.
boy.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
good. So good.
And you have gingerbread men on your onesie there, Stephen. So
I
that's kind
do.
of leading into what we're discussing this week, which is Fairy Tale Week.
Fairytale week.
Hmm.
So
See,
what
it
did we
was
think
fairy.
about? What did we think about Fairytale Week?
I loved it. I did. This is all my kind of stuff. I'm so looking forward to doing this, you
We don't
guys.
have to ask what Vincent thinks about it just from
No,
how he
you can
led that
tell.
question, do we?
Vincent's like, "Hi guys, I hate this episode, and I'm gonna just let you prattle on about how much you enjoyed it."
You just don't like the whimsy and the color
The
and
colors and
what
the
didn't you like about it? What was why so down on Fairytale week
I wasn't down on it. It was more of a
as a theme, not the week of baking,
yeah,
of course, but
yeah.
the theme.
I don't know. It was very messy. I found it was just messy. Stuff strewn everywhere, colors all over the place. Nothing matched anything. It was sparkly. I hate sprinkles.
Sprinkles. It was the sprinkles.
It was the sprinkles.
The
I hate
sprinkles.
sprinkles.
even handmade sprinkles that look like other things.
Handmade sprinkles are even more dumb.
Yeah, because when it's something you can just buy,
Right?
and there's
It doesn't taste any better. Like, why are
yeah.
we doing this right now? You
Okay.
see the bakers, they all look like they had carpal tunnel after they were finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were doing a lot
Except
of
for
pranks.
Zoe, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to Zoe's
Zoe was amazing.
smartness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She was awesome.
I'm sure that Vincent was very proud of Zoe.
I
And
was
Yeah.
very impressed by
Yeah.
I'm
Zoe.
thinking she watched season 5, and a certain baker on season 5.
Right? And she
Mhm.
probably saved about an hour doing
Mm,
what she
Yeah.
did
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
with better results, even.
With exactly.
Very good
Consistency
results.
and yeah. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Very smart.
Hmm.
Well, since you're Mr. Fashion, and especially today,
Yes.
Vincent, why don't you?
Oh, you didn't have to specify. We all knew it wasn't me.
Well, I mean, you are
Although
actually more fashiony today.
no,
But
we could switch it up like we did last
yes,
week with the order of the bakers. We could actually go to you, Stephen, and say, Stephen, tell us about what you thought of the fashion this week.
Nope.
Yes. Yes. Stephen, you do that.
No, nothing.
No, I can't. I
You've got
cannot
nothing.
take that mantle from my friend Vincent.
Aw.
Well, I thought that that dress that Kyla was wearing was absolutely stunning.
Mhm.
It fit her like a catsuit. It was so beautiful.
it was beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she looked so good.
She
And
always looks so
Mhm.
classy and beautiful and elegant, and her
mhm,
hair is always so beautifully presented. And yeah, she's
yeah,
just classy. You can't take away the class from Kyla, right? She's
no,
just that's who she is.
Yep.
yep, she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yep,
Absolutely gorgeous.
week after week.
Yes. Yeah. I think
Season after season.
Hmm.
I didn't notice what anybody was wearing. I mean, I did notice that Kyla looked fantastic.
Hmm. Well, actually, shout out to Alan this week too, because that shirt he was wearing was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It was very modern, loose fitting,
Mhm.
There's a lot
colorful.
going on though.
It was a lot going on, but that's the fashion right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. Wide pants, that whole thing.
Mhm.
I looked.
Right.
I actually went to our local Mississauga big mall, and I sort of went into looking for. I thought, well, maybe I'll get into this trend of wide pants, like the culotte kind of thing going
Yeah.
on, right?
Hello.
And so I tried a pair on, and sure enough, I knew exactly what I was going to look like even before I put it on, and that's why I never wear them. I basically look like a stump
Yeah,
in those things.
we cannot wear
Yeah, right.
like no.
No,
I think there's just a minimum like going to the carnival. You must be this tall to get on this ride.
right,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Alan
No,
can pull off.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I basically look like a square. So it's like, yeah, unfortunately that this fashion is not my trend that I can deal with. I'm okay with, skinny pants.
Did you try the crop ones though? Did you just try the long ones or did you try like a crop?
I tried just the long ones, but the crop ones is even worse because they look like shorts that are too big on
Oh, okay.
me. However, if fashion designers wanted to do this sort of thing for shorter people, if they could raise the waistline higher as opposed to the short, the low rise and go with the high rise, it might be a little bit better for short people. Anyway, this is not about fashion. This is about baking. So let's get into it.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're here about the baking
Fairy
show, aren't we?
Fairytale week. And yeah, you got it right, Christina. I was very excited when it actually turned out to be Fairytale week.
Yes.
Vincent is still smiling, so that's okay, so straight into it. The signature was the fairy bread reimagined as 8 buns, and they had 2.5 hours to do that, which I guess is very good because you're working with enriched doughs, etc.
Mhm.
Yeah, so what did you think of the challenge specifically?
I thought it's another bread. We've done a lot of bread this season.
Well,
I
we
thought-
had 1 week, which was mostly bread.
Well, we had bread week. We
Yeah.
did have a bread week this year.
Oh yeah, we did have a bread week.
Yeah.
We had bread week, but then
Right.
we also in Carnival week they
And
had
we had in
sweet
Carnival week.
donuts, which I thought were kind of similar to
and that's what this is. This is bread and donut. It's a bronut,
Yeah.
is what it is. It's a stuffed bread, right? So
Yeah. So
Has
I
it-
thought the challenges were
know what
kind
a
of
brownie-
similar, except there was no frying involved with this one. It was baked versus
Right.
fried. But I
Yeah.
thought really it was kind of similar, but delicious.
Do you guys know? Do you know what fairy bread is? I've never heard of it.
no.
I think it's an Australian treat, but it's basically just like bread with butter and sprinkles, I think.
Yeah, that's what I gathered from
Like-
it. It's like white bread
Yeah.
with butter
Yeah.
and sprinkles.
Yeah.
How is that good?
I mean, it's just like we
bread
used
is
to
good, Vincent.
we used to have toast
Vincent.
with butter, and then we would sprinkle sugar and cinnamon on it. So I kind of imagine it was along those
Okay.
lines. Or in Holland, we would have bread, and we would not even toast the bread, and would put butter on it, and then we would put chocolade hagelslag, which is chocolate hail, the chocolate sprinkles.
Yeah.
Or else they had these things called muisjes, which were like little anise, candy covered anise, basically, that you would put on. I did not like those ones.
Oh, yuck.
But we would put sprinkles on our bread. We did not call it fairy bread, but now that I'm thinking about it, that's what we ate. Yeah, with the chocolate hail, which was absolutely delicious. So,
Well, Asians do toast and sweetened condensed milk, so I win.
oh, see?
Oh, there you go.
That's a win.
We make babka, my people. So
Oh,
Okay, you win. You
I
win.
mean,
yeah.
we'll just shut down the whole thing now.
And the Portuguese are well known for their sweet bread as well. So they're
Chris's favorite that you
Yeah.
always make
Yeah.
for him.
But the other thing we used to do too, as kind of like a quick treat, if we didn't have like actual dessert, is that we would take a piece of sliced bread, we would melt down some butter in like a pan, and then we'd kind of do the fry bread and then sprinkle it with cinnamon sugar.
Mhm.
So it's
And
like a grilled sweetbread, cinnamon sugar sweetbread.
cinnamon sugar, anything. Give me
Yeah,
all day,
cinnamon
all
toast
day.
is amazing.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, the best.
So good.
Definitely.
Honestly.
But I was not mad that there was another bread challenge or a bread challenge because I mean, that's one food that I would never be able to give up is anything that's bread related. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was great. But yeah, it did have it did echo back to Carnival Week
mhm,
for this one, except not fried. Although I
mhm.
suppose they could have
Yeah,
Well, they
if they
pretty
wanted.
much could have, most of them could have
you're right.
done what they did for Donut
Yeah.
Week.
Yeah,
I mean, they
just
were
just do a
interchangeable.
birthday cake donut and call it a day.
Yeah, sure. I
I
guess maybe this was the challenge that they had to do something different from what they did in Carnival Week. And
yeah.
everybody succeeded very well.
Mhm,
I think they were beautiful.
I think so
I
mhm.
too.
love them.
Who
The
are we starting with?
interpretations were beautiful.
Who are we starting with this week?
Number 2, Joe.
All right.
Joe.
Joe's conchas. This is what you were talking about having seen last week, Christina. You
Mhm.
saw that she was
Yes,
making the conchas.
I saw the conchas being made.
Mhm. Yeah, and she filled them with a dulce de leche, which somebody on the internet calls douche de louche and gets
Oh,
very much made fun of for that. But I thought that was hilarious.
who is
Yes.
that?
There's this girl on Instagram who's like, "Did you know that you can make your own douche de louche by just cooking a can of sweet condensed milk?" She's like, "Oh, look, there you go, your very own homemade douche de louche."
Oh, that's hilarious.
It is hilarious. So I have not actually seen her original video. I've only seen people remixing it and making fun of her saying that. So dulce de leche and
One
horchata
way to
pastry
go
cream.
viral. Sorry, that's one way
What?
to go viral.
I don't know if I would enjoy going viral that way. I don't think that would be a good advertisement for baking scraps if I did.
No PR is bad PR.
That is
That's
Just saying.
that is true.
fair
How
enough.
you spin it. All in how you spin it.
This is true.
So
Anyway,
yeah.
the horchata pastry cream, I think that would be delicious.
I
Absolutely.
love horchata.
Yeah, and I love the way that she put these flavors together. I mean, she just stayed very true to the concept of the bake, I think. And then she had the tricolor crackling on top of that.
Which
So,
was stunning.
And she scored it,
Yeah.
Yes, that
which
was a
was
beautiful
very,
score.
very smart.
Yeah.
classic for conchas, right?
Is it?
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't
Yep.
know conchas,
Yes.
but I'm
Yep.
pretty sure
They
that
have
that's
the
what they're supposed to look like.
correct.
What is
I guess
what
a
is
concha is
it?
supposed to be a shell. Is that what that means?
Well, exactly. So when you're scoring it, it kind of has that resemblance to a
Shell.
shell. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hyla said this was a sunburst that would really get her up in the morning. And the dulce de leche was beautiful and they wanted more of it.
Just a little
She needed more,
underfilled.
underfilled,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the one that they showed didn't look underfilled. But the first one they picked up looked underfilled.
Yeah, the first one they picked up, but then the other one they picked up looked like it had a very healthy amount of the horchata cream and the dulce de
And the dulce
leche.
de leche, yeah.
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 So maybe she was just rushed with the last one to fill it before.
No, you know what? When I did the lemone whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Delizia alla limone.
Help me out here, Steve.
Delizia alla mone.
Yes, so delisa alla limone. I piped in the filling, and it literally, like the cake was literally bursting
Mm.
with filling, and the one that they picked had almost no filling, and I don't know how that even happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have thought
because
you
you're
would have
going, you're going,
weighed
you're going
each
by
of the
how it
fillings.
weighs in your hand,
Yeah.
and you're moving quickly, and you're also concerned with, as we'll find out, overfilling it, right?
Mhm.
Where you push the bread so far that you lose what you had.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
don't want to do that. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like filling a profiterole, right?
Yeah.
Where
Mhm.
you've got that just
Where
a
there's
shell
a
to deal
space
with.
for it, yeah.
You've got you're squishing that bread in. So
You're pushing,
Yeah.
expanding that, yeah. Bruno said there's a beautiful bounce on the bun, which was good.
yeah, the bake was beautiful.
It did look
Mhm.
beautiful.
And Joe gave that shout out we all love to hear, that When she was pouring the vanilla, vanilla is a feeling.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was thinking of
I
you when she
agree.
I
said that.
cannot hear that enough. I'm
100%. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was great. We never measure vanilla. Or we measure with our hearts,
measure
right?
with our heart.
Mhm.
So I
Yes.
think that despite the lack of filling on that one particular concha, I think she did an amazing job. It
Mhm.
was a
Yep.
great, beautiful bake.
I
It
think
was.
so too. Yeah. It was gorgeous and beautifully presented as always, right? It had like that signature perfection that Joe brings week after week.
Yeah. Although she splatted a little bit when she was stirring the pastry cream. She was definitely rushing there. That was
Yeah.
not perfection.
Sometimes in
But
the excitement of it all, right?
Yeah.
exactly,
She's like,
right?
oh
The little
no.
spillage. And it sounds like, she can make a bit of a mess at home, but like in the tent, she actually has a cleaner to come
Yeah.
Well,
and clean it up.
exactly.
Flo
Lucky,
comes and
lucky,
cleans up.
lucky lady.
Yeah. That is a very lucky thing. Definitely.
Yes, a good man supporting his wife that way.
Yes. Yeah. Good
Good
job,
man.
Flo.
Good man.
Right. Good work.
Yes.
All right. Let's move on to Ryan then.
Ryan, I like. He went in the other direction,
Yes.
as he is wont to do.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
This was nothing new. There was nothing new about that for Ryan. He always did something slightly different from everybody else.
Yeah. So he went the sticky bun route.
I like that idea. I like
Me
that.
too.
Instead of filling up a bun, he thought a little bit outside the box, and strawberry lemon. Can't go wrong there.
Yep.
No, it looked beautiful. So he had the strawberry basically running through the bake and then the lemon glaze on top of it. And he made mushroom meringues and that those isomalt butterfly sprinkles, which
Yep.
were very, very pretty.
Yeah.
Sprinkles, Vincent.
Mhm.
Butterfly sprinkles.
They weren't butterfly sprinkles. They were
Not
butterflies.
quite. They were butterflies.
They were glass butterflies.
Yeah, he did the isomalt butterflies.
Yep.
They
Well,
had
he did the
a
sprinkle on the
sprinkle
outside.
outline.
And then filled
And
with
then the isomalt.
they were cute.
Yeah.
They were very cute.
They were, as Bruno put it, bucolic. The
Yes.
first time this year we heard bucolic. I had that in a drinking game. I had one shot all year. It was horrible.
You had that in a drinking game?
No.
Oh.
If I waited for them to
if you
say
waited.
bucolic on this show,
I think it'd
That
be
would
very
never be in a
thirsty.
it'll be another
game.
9 seasons until I hear it again.
Maybe.
But I
Maybe.
love it when you pull out a good adjective. And
Well,
that was
Yes.
they also use unctuous, which
Yes.
is one of my favorite
That
words.
has come up
Yes.
before. Yeah,
Yes,
that is
yes,
a
that's
great
one of
come
my
up-
favorite words.
to come up for Vincent.
I
Mhm.
don't know.
Ah.
Unctuous always
Yeah, his oxtail is unctuous.
Unctuous.
unctuous
I
oxtail.
love unctuous.
Unctuous is it always reminds me of Christina talking about how she doesn't like the bite of raisins because of the and so then that always reminds me of that. So yeah, unctuous is a good word. It's not.
Maybe
but
not a
yes,
good word, but you know what it means.
Mhm.
definitely.
Right. And those
Definitely.
of us who are not huge fans of those juicy, plump raisins in various baked items know exactly what that is.
Oh yes, we know. Even
Bought
the
a
people who
2-kilo
do
bag of those today at a certain business center.
Oh wow. Okay,
Anyhow,
Kyla
yes.
said that Ryan had a great sense of whimsy and that the lemon and the strawberry play really well together and were not overly sweet.
Mhm.
The sweetness was saved for the sprinkles, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they looked beautiful. I would have liked to taste those ones. I don't know, the fruit just seemed like a really nice way of going.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strawberry sticky buns. I've never
Yeah.
had strawberry sticky buns before.
No, they sound like they would be really good.
Ooh.
And what I liked about Ryan, and what I really like about Ryan too, is that he's so family centric as well. So, I mean, this bake was an ode to his wife's garden. And I don't think he's had a bake that wasn't dedicated in one way or another to his family.
No, he has not.
Yeah, it's all about his family. And so I mean, how beautiful is that?
It's very lovely.
Who knew a steel worker could be so sensitive?
Family.
Right?
Right?
No, just sensitive, right? But just that kind of like really, yeah, you just feel that love and you feel that that warmth towards his
Mhm.
family.
Yeah,
So
he's playing
very
against
cool.
stereotypes if there are any kind of stereotypes about steelworkers, that's for sure. Like Ryan's making people revisit their assumptions, which I
Mhm.
love. I think that's so
Absolutely.
great. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 'Cause he seems like such a lovely guy and very Canadian.
I love the accent.
Very Canadian, especially in this episode, super Canadian.
Much more so in this episode than another.
Let's go.
Let's go.
That was great.
Yeah.
All right. So who do you want to go with next, Jennifer or
Zoe.
Zoe? All right.
Zoe.
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 Vanas.
Yes, I was singing that song for the whole entire rest of the episode. Bananas.
Yes. It's
And
bananas.
she made brioche buns with her famous banana pudding. And they had that gorgeous brulee topping and
Mhm.
stenciled sprinkles. Okay, Vincent, stenciled sprinkles, go.
Stenciled sprinkles. Stenciled sprinkles.
Shout out to Amy from season 5, bringing the stencil. Genius.
It is.
Genius. So
Yeah.
fast. So much faster than getting carpal tunnel with your piping bag.
Mhm.
Yeah, she saved probably a good 20 minutes doing
Yeah.
that. And they look like perfection.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They
So-
really were.
Yeah. Good on her for figuring that one out and doing it.
Mhm.
And that is something that I really love. I thought that was absolutely gorgeous.
What I loved about it was her restraint with the use of the sprinkles, because the star of her bake was the bake itself. You had that beautiful glistening brulee topping, which was gorgeous, but you could see, like they said, underneath that it was so beautifully baked.
Thin
And
shell.
then, yeah, and then that little swirl on top with just a scattering of the sprinkles and the banana. And I just thought it looked so beautiful. It wasn't like, let's pour on all the sprinkles we can, you know?
Yeah.
I thought that was really nicely done.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it was so elegantly presented and it was, I mean, there was nothing at all that you could even critique poorly about this bake. I mean, the bake looked beautiful. Like even when they panned into the oven, you're like, oh, those buns look so perfect. And, as she's dipping them, and I mean, everything was just pure perfection about how Zoe executed this bake, right down to, again, like you said, being so deliberate and restrained in the final presentation to really let that bun in all its delicious glory just shine on its own.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
Oh yeah.
Because like a lot of times it's like people just pile on stuff for the sake of piling on stuff, where it's like it needs to be more colorful. Let's just throw more color on it. Let's dip it in like purple syrup.
We're getting to the purple
syrup.
But to see something really, really elegant that you would see at a boulanger or something like that would, it's just really nice. And something that I think that I would probably be more inclined to do myself, because I don't do fairy stuff well, right? So I really appreciated this bake. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. The brulee broke like glass and they looked so polished, said Bruno. So
Very full.
yes. Oh yeah.
The perfect amount of
Like
filling.
they were full like a profiterole. They were really plump.
Yeah.
But enough bread.
Yeah.
But brioche will let you do that because brioche is so soft, right?
Yeah.
And it reminded me of Chinese buns, like the Chinese milk buns, where they are really round and browned on top and, just perfect shape. Like when we did the bolo bao, they were all very round and perfect looking when you baked them up. So it was a great choice in bread. And it was the perfect bake. It really was.
Yeah. And I think if I were to choose a favorite from all of the signature, and we haven't talked about Jennifer's yet, but definitely Zoe's would be the one that I would zoom in on. I just think it was absolutely gorgeous and want to taste that famous banana pudding. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would probably want to taste Jennifer's actually.
Yes, I was gonna say.
If it was baked properly, I would have wanted to taste Jennifer's, which leads us into Jennifer
It
Yes.
does.
with
Well,
her spill the tea.
Spill the tea.
yep.
Yeah.
Black sesame milk buns with an ombre crackling and Thai milk tea custard, which I have made before and is so good. I just love Thai tea. So I was watching that and I was like, look how pretty that color is. And then she's like, look how pretty the color is. And I was like, I hear you, Jennifer. Gorgeous color. Yeah. Delicious taste. And I can see how that would play really nicely off the black sesame buns.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when she was using the black sesame paste in the buns, I was thinking, I wonder how that's going to work.
Yeah.
Clearly, I don't know if you could actually have baked that to make it work. I don't know. Was that the comment? Like, because it makes it heavy, right?
Yeah, that's the comment Bruno made,
Yeah.
was that the black sesame would really weigh down that dough, and I think it would have that challenge to actually proof
Proof
properly.
properly, yeah.
Which it wasn't able to do.
Would you be better off then subbing out some flour and grinding black sesame into a powder?
That's what I have.
It's
black
not the
sesame
same.
powder.
Oh,
It's not the
Would it
same.
make the same taste?
Yeah, black sesame is not like you're adding oil to it to make that paste and sugar and stuff like that to make that paste. And that's what makes it really delicious. To eat, like I have black sesame paste that's unsweetened, like it's just ground up black sesame with some oil. And it's just like bleh. So you have to add honey to it, or you have to add sugar to it to make it taste really good.
But she could have adjusted her recipe for that, couldn't she? And
I don't
still
know.
get the black sesame flavor in there.
I don't know. I don't know.
But maybe instead you make it as a double stuffing then for the bun, the way that Joe did, right?
Yeah.
So
I think that would work really well.
Yeah.
So she could have still had that flavor. She could have still done like maybe a charcoal color, so she could have had the illusion of having that dark bun, the black bun, and then did the black sesame as a flavor with the custard.
Oh, but the black sesame with like a salted egg yolk in the middle. Oy, oy. Just kill me now. It'd be so good.
Yeah. Well, the flavors would be amazing, I think, with that Thai milk tea and the black sesame. I think it would be an absolutely stunningly delicious combination.
Yeah. I think she has such good instincts for flavors, for flavor combinations, and they are always so stunning. Like I just always want to taste what she puts forth because it's unusual, maybe for my particular palate and what I'm used to finding and getting. And so I think that she's making it appetizing, even though it's unusual, is really a great way to kind of showcase these different flavors for palates that are not used to them. Am I making sense?
Totally making sense. Yeah, absolutely.
And even though the bake didn't necessarily turn out great, they still said the flavors were fabulous.
Yeah.
Right? And that crackling looked gorgeous.
It did. Yeah.
That was a really nice job on the crackling too.
And the technique she used did you see how she flattened her crackling as well? So, most times you roll out your crackling. She actually took like a little ball of the crackling dough, and then she used like a
What?
I don't know what. So it's kind of like she used like this little plastic like scraper almost, and she used it to like punch down, like to press down the dough for her crackling. Did you guys
I didn't see that.
So instead of rolling it out, she took like a little ball, and then she took like a scraper, like a plastic scraper, silicone scraper, and like just
pressure straight
it
down.
out. Smart.
Hey, yeah.
I thought.
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I can't picture it because I did not get a chance to see it.
Okay.
I don't know
That's
why.
where a hydraulic press comes in handy.
Hydraulic press.
Or what are those like things the Mexican people use?
Oh, the tortilla press.
Tortilla press. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be smart. Maybe not a hydraulic press, because maybe Great Canadian Baking Show wouldn't provide you with one, but a tortilla press would probably definitely be a go.
Yeah, my mom gave me her tortilla press, and I was like, why the hell do you have a tortilla press? My mother, right? But she said, oh, I make dumpling skins with it.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, I said, oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, because then you've got like the proper thickness for them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
You just make it into a ball and stick it in and just press it and it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah,
Mhm.
makes a lot of sense.
But yeah. But Jennifer's was very whimsical as well. Her decor that she did for those, she had like the little wafer paper butterflies, and she had like some moss, and it just looked really like just fairy tale-ish.
Mhm.
Yeah. It definitely did look fairy tale-ish. Yeah.
And now that I think about it, probably the only reason why she made her crackling like that was because she did do an ombre, a tricolored ombre.
Mhm.
Because if she rolled it out, you
It
wouldn't
would
be able to
mess up the
It'll
colors.
smear all
consist.
together.
Right. Okay. Got
Yeah,
it.
that makes
That's-
total sense.
Because that's like, why would you even bother? But that makes sense.
Mhm. But Jo
Okay.
also did hers as a tricolor.
Mhm.
Tricolor. So
It didn't show how Jo did
Bicolor.
hers.
Bicolor.
No, she had three. She had
Did
three
she?
different shades of the sunset.
Oh,
And they
okay.
were super bright,
Mhm.
really pretty.
Yeah, I didn't see how she did hers either.
They're hiding stuff from us.
Yes,
All the little tips and tricks.
as they do.
That only Christina gets to see.
No, everybody got to see it. I just noticed it.
You just noticed it, yeah.
I just noticed it. I'm like, oh, look at that. That's so cool.
It was. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it again. Let's move on to the technical. Sugar plum cookies. Okay, what did you think of these cookies?
The ones in Perfect looked phenomenal. I liked the look of those, like the actual cookies. They looked really, really good. And
Yes.
especially when you pop them open, you got the almond inside and the jam, and that looked, I would have eaten those for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
would
was-
not have wanted to make them after I saw what they had to go through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a lot. Yeah, and to make their own ricotta, which isn't that difficult, but it's just an extra step of things you have to do.
Busy
Yeah.
work, more busy work.
More busy
Yeah.
work. It doesn't
Lots of
seem
busy.
like a lot of them had experience with making their own ricotta. So
Yeah, not that difficult.
no, it's not difficult at
busy
all.
work. But busy work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Um,
they didn't have a lot of time for this one either, though. An hour and 45 minutes.
Hour and 45 minutes.
10 cookies, but they were like a sandwich cookie. So 20 cookies.
20 cookies.
They had to hollow out and do all
but
that.
somebody, the winner of season 1,
Sabrina.
Sabrina, she made these.
Oh,
But
These
she didn't.
exact ones or the peach ones?
She made peach.
Peach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not as complicated. She didn't hollow them out and all that stuff.
mhm.
I thought that the hollowing out and the whole almond for the pit, that was brilliant. Like that's so cool.
It was
That is-
really cool.
Like
Yeah.
they're gigantic. These things are like, what is with this season and making giant cookies and giant like these giant cookies? They're like baseballs.
Maybe they're sponsored by Costco and we don't know.
Maybe, yeah,
They're
right.
getting oversized.
But it looked
Super size.
it looked
But you're
amazing.
right? That
They were huge.
yeah,
And you see like Kyla's holding one, it's half the size of her palm, and she's eating
Yeah.
half.
yeah, right. But they sure are beautiful. Like I hope they share that recipe, because that would be such a beautiful cookie to have as part of your cookie offerings for the holiday season, whether you're gifting it for like a hostess gift or having it on your own Christmas table, or both.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, they
I mean,
look
just
amazing on the Christmas
really
table.
gorgeous.
The
Yes.
perfect plate was just like, wow, if I saw that on the Christmas table, I'd be
Yeah.
like all over those.
Yeah.
But how did they stick together though?
With the
Fairy dust.
Right? Oh yeah.
Mm.
that was a good answer. I
That
don't
is a
think I
very
can
good
beat that
answer.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how they stuck together.
Just the stuff in the middle.
It's just jam.
The
Just the
ricotta?
jam and the
Well, the
ricotta.
ricotta?
That jam and ricotta won't stick something together though.
Well, maybe the almond, because you've got the two pokey ends. Maybe they kind of like when you squish the almond.
Like they use the almond as like a skewer?
No, it was like the pit in the middle, but maybe like when you squish it down. I don't know. I'm I'm trying to help you answer this question
Yeah.
as well and
Right.
understand how the cookies stuck together. I'm just thinking that might have been part of it. I don't know.
Maybe part of one of the things that they dipped it into and it was sticky. So then when they put I don't know, but they didn't dip it till after it was put
Yeah.
together. I
I don't
do
know.
hope that they share the recipe because I don't want to have to figure out how to do this.
They
Yeah, I
were
mean,
all lying down as opposed to being standing
Yeah.
straight up,
Yeah.
like the original presentation plate.
I
So,
don't think they knew to do that.
yeah.
I mean, if they needed to, they probably could have done it. But this looked like a crazy bake because you can always tell how hard a technical is when they show everybody when their time is called, and everybody looks like they just went through hell.
Yeah.
And on this bake, everybody was just like,
And you should, though. You should feel like you've gone through hell. It's the semifinal, right?
it's true.
I
It's
know
true.
that's how we felt making that buffalo rum.
Oh my God,
I
that
mean-
was awful.
Well, what was hilarious actually is Joe made a comment about, well, there's no time to dilly-dally. And I'm thinking, has there ever been a time to dilly-dally this whole season?
She at least dillies once, if not
She dilly?
dilly-dallying entirely. Yes.
I thought that was hilarious. So,
Yeah. Well, she didn't step out of time this week, I guess, and
yeah. But
let
they
it
did have a lot of
run.
components to this, right? Because they wanted, you had to do the cookies that had to get hollowed out. You had the plum jam. You had the whipped ricotta that you had to make. You had the other syrup that they had to dunk in, and two colors. There
Different
was
colors.
the
You had to do
purple
the
and
isomalt leaves.
the red. The
Oh, and the
isomalt
leaves, yeah.
leaves,
Yeah.
right? There was a lot of bits for an
Yes.
hour and 45 minutes.
And what the heck is with isomalt this season?
I really think that the isomalt kind of ruined the beauty of the bake.
Really? I loved
Really?
it.
No,
I loved it. I thought it
I
made
just-
it.
the finishing touch is that
I thought
little
it made
piece
it.
of leaf.
Yeah.
I think it would look nicer if it was like a wafer paper or something that looked more like a leaf. But that
I like the isomalt leaf.
Yeah.
But-
maybe Bruno's isomalt leaf color was better than some of the other leaves colors, I guess. But maybe that was what it was.
Yeah, because it looks like a piece of glass jewelry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very sweet. But yeah, this is a lovely looking bake.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely. All right. Well, Joe's were a little soggy on the bottom, so they had been dunked for too long, but it was a good illusion of a plum. And
They were underbaked too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
they were-
underbaked.
Yeah.
definitely,
Underbaked.
yeah,
Yeah.
underdone. But her ricotta was made properly and her plum jam set properly, so that was
Yes.
pretty good. Not bad at all.
And she had consistent size and shape,
Mm-hmm.
as she would.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
no surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The cookies dare not get out of shape, I promise you. By week 7, they know better.
They're like, oh, who are we with? Oh, it's Joe.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Get in line, everyone. Yes.
Oh.
Ryan's cookies were very uniform and had really nice two-tone coloration with good texture. The plum jam didn't really set as much as it could have. It was a little thin. Could have used a bit more cooking time, but the ricotta was well done.
Yes.
So I bet Ryan's heart sank when he had that plum jam,
Yeah.
not sitting in there nicely.
Yeah.
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 Like when he poured it, he knew. He knew the second he
Yeah.
poured it. It's like, oh boy.
Yep.
And jam is a funny thing, right? I
Yeah.
mean, when it's warm, it's fluid, and when it's not supposed to be, and you don't really know until you actually do it or run the plate test on it.
Mhm.
And if you run the plate test, by the time you figure it out, it's too late to put it back on the stove and have it cool for you. It's just,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
fair.
you got a
Yeah.
technical to deal with, right?
Yeah. Or
But
there's
better
also
on
a-
the safe side.
there's also a temperature I think you can cook jam to as well, right? I think is it
Yeah.
I can't remember,
But
230.
that's
something.
exactly what you just said, but you can't remember. You're in a technical with no instructions. Because remember, he said, oh,
says make jam.
Make jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Yeah.
again, when you see the length of the instructions,
Mhm.
and you know that the instructions are make jam,
Mhm.
you make this, and like, well, what else are they doing that they
There's
not
a lot of instructions in there,
like,
yeah.
holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
have done a lot of jams as who was it that said that? Did did Jennifer or Zoe? Somebody said something about how we've made a lot of jams.
I think
Right.
Zoe's.
Yeah, I
Was
think
it
it was.
Zoe?
I think it
Yeah.
was. So yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Is
like, all
anybody
right,
here?
bring on the plums.
Is anybody here a plum person?
Not really, no.
I don't
Can
mind them. I quite enjoy them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Eh.
Eh,
I used
I
to grow
yeah.
them.
If
Like
in
I
the
oh
grew
stone
up on a
fruit
farm.
world, that's lingering near the bottom for me.
Mhm.
Well, there are a lot of other stone fruits that I appreciate a lot more, but I do. I don't mind plums at all.
If
I'm
you're
okay.
kind of,
doing plums and cauliflower, I'm on the plum side all
Mm.
day long.
Oh my God, I love cauliflower.
oh, me
Yeah, I love
too.
Stop,
cauliflower too.
stop, stop, stop,
Cauliflower
stop.
and Brussels sprouts
Oh
over
yeah,
plums
those are
Brussels
any
so
day.
sprouts,
good for
yes,
dinner
cauliflower.
tonight.
But I'd like to sub my cauliflower for more Brussels sprouts.
Oh,
Yeah.
you'll like my cauliflower au gratin. I'll make it
No,
for you.
I'll have the au gratin. I like au gratin. Lots of au gratin.
Hey, Stephen, when we went out, didn't you try? You had cauliflower.
Yes, and what
Yes.
happened? And what happened?
You
You
got all
still ate
farty.
it. You kept eating it.
No, I didn't spit it out. There's a difference.
Oh,
I have a full-on video of him eating it just so that we could send it to his daughter.
hmm.
Cauliflower is delicious.
It is
Mhm.
awesome.
There
It's
is
one of
a
my
Especially
certain
favorites.
baker
rice.
from season 2 who is the bane of my existence with cauliflower.
Mm.
What are you saying?
Megan taunts me with cauliflower.
Oh, she taunts you.
Egg?
Yes,
Mm.
yes.
And yet you still send her birthday cakes.
With no cauliflower inside.
You're so she's not bugging you that much.
No, well, you notice I don't go there for dinner.
Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Mhm.
All right, so Zoe's
Uh,
cookies were not all the same size.
Yeah.
And they were pale on the pale side, so they may not have been dipped long enough.
Yeah.
Of course, they made mention of the fact that if they're not not all the same sizes, they're not going to bake evenly. So some are fully baked and some are underbaked.
Jam
But
was good.
jam was good.
Yep, but
Cheese
her
was
ricotta was
grainy.
a little grainy.
Yeah.
That was the
So.
only ricotta that they mentioned wasn't quite up to par.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jennifer had a nice even sanding of the sugar, but the cookie was quite underbaked and was breaking in many spots.
Her second underbake of the day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But otherwise, it sounded like she nailed her jam and her ricotta as
Mhm.
It
well.
does sound like it.
So, so which kind of, I mean, it's difficult judging, especially
Mhm.
when you've got four bakers, right? But you know, if everything else about Jennifer's bake was good and just it was undercooked, which they also said about Joe's,
Yeah, but
and
hers was underbaked. You saw Bruno
Mm.
squeeze in saying, I'm
yeah,
putting it back
Break.
to dough.
I guess
Air
that
break.
was way
Yeah.
Yeah,
beyond.
Joe's was
Okay.
underbaked, but
Just
Jennifer was
soggy.
on in the raw world, right?
Okay.
Which is,
Yeah, that's fair.
and I think
Okay.
when they went to commercial and you could see that she had clearly been crying,
Mm,
we were not necessarily getting all of the commentary in there, and she
that's
knew
fair.
what was going on, and
Yeah.
it's heartbreaking when they went to commercial and showed her like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
really, really
Always
heartbreaking.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, so Jennifer got fourth in the technical, and then Zoe got third. And were you either of you all either of the three of you wondering who was going to get
No,
first in this technical, or did
No.
you know
I
it was
I wrote down the order before they started announcing it.
yeah, yeah. So Joe got second and Ryan got first. And I think he was very surprised that with his runny jam that he ended up getting first.
Yeah, but he nailed all the other
Everything else
elements,
was
right?
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And that was 2 technical wins in a row for Ryan. So he's on a roll.
Hmm.
He's given her,
Yeah. He's giving her.
given her.
Yeah, sure is. And then we move on to the showstopper, which I am so looking forward to baking.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought about you.
Fairytale.
Vincent,
I thought
Vincent,
about
are
you.
you looking forward to baking this one too?
Vincent thought about me. It's
I
a
did.
compliment to me.
I did think about you when this came up. I thought, yeah, Lisa's gonna love this one.
Yeah. Oh, it's all planned in my head. I'm so
Yeah.
ready. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to say that I sort of planned some stuff in my brain when they announced what this was, and what they were doing was nothing that I thought is what I would do.
All right, let's hear
I
it.
think
What
it
would
was
you do?
Oh,
well, I
wait, let's
thought
first say what it is. So,
yes.
Yeah,
a storybook cake,
A
a
pop-up
pop-up
storybook
pop-up
cake.
cake.
storybook.
So we want to have
But
pop-up elements.
and not one of them had one that you actually interacted with and opened to
Oh.
reveal the
All
cake.
right. Here's Vincent saying this is
Oh.
what I would do, right?
Okay.
That's exactly right. And so I was very surprised. I mean, it's probably in the brief that it was the way it was, like a book with a cake on top of it or something like that. But I don't know how I would do it, but there would, like, I
It would
would
be
think
different.
there would be some sort of mechanical, like a lever system where when you pulled it open, that
Mhm.
something would just
Come up.
pull up, like even if it's just a stand that just sort of moved upward so
Right.
that whatever was inside it would
I
just sort of
could
move.
I could draw it right now and show you when it's like this, it's
Cross.
all attached with the underneath where the platform is, and when it opens, it actually pushes the platform up and the cake rises up through the middle of the
Hmm.
storybook.
Hmm.
Because why not?
Yeah. And I
So
thought,
take that, season 9.
but the thing is, is that this is the semifinals. And if it's anything like our year, these guys are doing it, making these things at the
Yes.
hotel.
Yeah, they got the brief
Mm.
at the hotel.
That's right. So
The most
they're creating.
important bakes you have, you are developing recipes in a hotel kitchen.
And
Yeah.
then also because all your props, you're also
You
Yes.
don't
building
you don't
Don't
have
have
your
props.
tools.
No.
Yeah.
You don't have
At
like
best, you got Amazon.
yes. So you don't have like your zip saws and your roto cutters, and you don't have like your roto cutters, right? Your
Yeah.
roto
You
zips
do.
and all that stuff.
3D
So
printers.
I ordered delivery from Home Depot to the
yeah, that's right.
hotel.
He did. He did. He's out in the
Wow.
parking lot like cutting
Yes, I
plywood.
was cutting wood in the parking lot.
Wow. Well, I find actually the last couple of seasons, the
The
media
presentation.
or the
Yeah.
presentation has been a little like not as
Over the
like
top.
over the top. I think it's been more blending into the bakes necessarily. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not like a massive part of the actual final presentation.
Right.
Like I think back to like previous ones where there are all these elaborate like
We're
building
talking about
structures.
Sheldon's
Sheldon.
gravity-defying
Sheldon,
thing,
I
right?
was
Sheldon.
thinking
I think
about
we're all talking about Sheldon.
I was thinking about Sheldon's amazing. Yeah, that
Yeah,
is just I still can't figure it out.
yeah.
It was so beautifully done. But
Oh,
that was
he's a
not,
wizard. He's a wizard.
yeah,
Mhm.
the wonderful wizard. Yeah.
So he would have been perfect for Fairytale Week then.
Right.
Yeah.
Could you imagine what he would have done?
But that wasn't like a crazy display. That was actually the bake,
What
right?
was Sheldon's?
Yeah. Oh no,
No,
he had
No,
the
he
it
had
was
that
a
that was
display.
poster.
That
It was
on
like,
it,
L
right?
and the
yeah,
L, and it
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
just
the Ellen.
covered
I
Yeah.
mean,
them.
yeah, it's just held by tension,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
he just attached little things to it.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Ugh.
But the four of them did really an outstanding job. I mean, again, on
Mhm.
Monday to talk about making cantilevers and things like that is something, but I don't know that I would have necessarily done that. But in retrospect, it would have been really cool to do that.
It would have been really cool.
It would have
But,
been cool.
but
And
you did a storybook cake recently,
I
Stephen.
did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
But
was
it wasn't
spectacular.
moving.
It wasn't cantilevered, so I'm a bit
No.
disappointed now.
I mean, that was
They didn't
the
pay for
epitome of a
cantilevers.
pop-up. You
Fair.
had a
Fair.
dragon
Yeah, that
popping
was
up
a
out of
pop-up,
it.
wasn't it? Now that we
Yes,
think
you did
about
was a
exactly
pop-up.
this challenge,
You
and
did, yeah.
you would have
probably
won
took
that
you a little
challenge.
bit. Yeah, you would have.
it. Yeah,
Could you have done
would
it
have
in
taken me
four
a
and a half
week.
hours?
Yeah, I was gonna say 4.5 hours though. 4.5 hours.
But I can't make Rice Krispie treats. I don't know how.
Just get a
My
big.
wife made those. She made the Rice Krispie treats that made the dragon.
I promise you, if you tried making Rice Krispie treats, you could make them.
Yeah.
It
because
hurts
they're
my
very
arm to
easy
stir
to make.
them.
You could
Well,
totally make
you
them.
can enlist somebody else to stir
I'm a
them.
very delicate flour, I'll have you know.
We
You
know.
do chocolate work. You're stirring a lot for
Cauliflower.
chocolate. I'm sure you can handle the Rice Krispies treats.
You could.
I'm a prima donna.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, since
You
you
just
didn't
like to have your wife in the kitchen with you.
that's true too. No.
My wife don't like to be in the kitchen with me at all, but I told her I wanted her to be part of the bake.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that was nice that you
Yeah.
were able to collaborate like that.
Yes. I sat and watched as she did it, and then we swapped places.
Mm,
Perfect. And then you're
So
like,
as
get out
not
of
to
my
bump
kitchen.
into each other and yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
there you
Well,
go.
if anybody out there has not seen Stephen's beautiful dragon storybook cake, you have to go to his Instagram and see it because it was
Mhm.
absolutely gorgeous. Yeah.
It was really
Yeah,
something.
it was spectacular.
Fabulous.
Yes. All
And we
right. And
fit
speaking
right
of
in with
other fabulous storybook cake
Yes.
creations, let's get
yes,
right
because
into
we're
it.
embarrassing him now.
Who are we starting off with this time around?
Well, let's start
Well,
off with Joe.
Joe.
With
Yeah.
Joe? Okay. Snow
Yeah.
White.
Yes.
This is the first costume she ever had for her daughter Lily.
Mm-hmm.
So sweet.
Yes. Snow White pop-up book with sticky toffee pudding.
Mm.
Yum yum.
Mm-hmm.
This would be up my flavor alley for sure.
And they were a little bit worried about, I mean, they should never, they know Joe. They should not have been worried about it being messy. But what Kyla said was that every sticky toffee pudding that she's had has been like a
The,
mess.
the delicious ones were a
Yes.
The
mess.
delicious ones were the messiest ones, right? Right. But no, I didn't see any mess there.
No.
No, very, very clean work as always.
Mhm.
Yeah, so her cake was the sticky toffee pudding. Her cookies were an orange hazelnut chocolate that she cut out woodland animals from, which were very, very cute and really like again, very simple, but a very effective decor on her cookies. Like
Mhm.
just her deer just had like the little spots on the
Mhm.
butt and
Yeah.
just really, really smart again with
Yeah.
everything she did. And then for decor, her statement piece was that bright red candy apple
Yeah.
that she had that topped her sticky toffee pudding cake, which I would say was risky because that would weigh a fair bit, right? With the candy
Vincent,
and
do
the
you
apple.
have any comment on how risky that might be?
Very, very risky, of course. But when they were talking about that, I thought, well, one way of getting around that is pretty simple. It's just like you just get a bigger stick.
Mm.
You poke it
Dowel.
on you poke it on the bottom of the apple, and you stick it through the whole thing, through the
Oh,
whole cake, and it'll be just sitting
do
on
you think
top of the
that's what
stick.
she did? Because that
Uh,
would actually be really smart. I
yeah, I don't
never,
I don't think I don't know.
it didn't really show.
No, I
No.
don't know. I don't
So
know if she did that.
but you know what? Knowing Joe, she probably did because
Mm.
she's always been very, very thoughtful in how she puts together her bakes.
Hmm.
So that I would imagine that would have been smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, you're right, Stephen. It was like this. Was it Snow White?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Snow White. Yeah, that's basically what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
That's what Vincent did in Caramel Week.
Yeah, I completely forgot. Great minds. I love it.
Are you kidding? As soon as she said candy apple, I was flashed right back to Vincent's candy apple centerpiece thing on Caramel Week. That was spectacular. Same
Well,
idea. Great move.
Yeah.
and that was the best. I thought the best moment in shooting I've ever seen from any sort of cameraman when my ring cracked and they shot
Through it.
me holding the thing together. Well, Steven cold
Sprayed it.
sprayed it,
Mm,
and they
yeah.
shot it right through the ring at Anne's
Yeah.
expression doing this,
Yeah.
And I thought,
Yes.
wow, that was a really wicked cool angle, right?
Yeah.
They're on it, hey?
Yeah.
Oh
They're just
yeah,
so
it's
ready.
amazing, so good, so good.
Yes. And congratulations to the show on 75 episodes in the can. I know they've
Yeah.
got more now, but definitely fun to see that on Instagram and just
Mhm.
see all the people behind the scenes and just I know we shout out the casting crew a lot. We shout out the culinary team a lot. We just really want to shout out everybody in production and the whole entire crew because it's just such a fabulous work of art that
Mhm.
comes on our screens every single
It
Sunday.
is.
And everybody
and
has a good attitude.
Yes.
That's the best part.
They all want to be there.
Yep.
All
Yeah.
the crew. They
Yeah.
just they clamor to be part of that show, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
It creates such a great feeling there. And when you say work of art, I'll go back one more time to Joe's because Joe's to me it was so again, we'll use the word a million times. It was so polished.
Mhm.
The way that book sat there open the way it did, and that was cake, and it was just and using that stencil for the writing.
Yeah.
It was just gorgeous.
I
Yeah.
didn't see her
Really,
using a stencil. I saw Ryan using a stencil, and I wondered if Joe had used a stencil as
or
well.
or maybe it was a printed, maybe it
For
was
the
a
script.
printed sheet. Yeah,
Yeah,
she didn't write it. Maybe it was
she didn't write.
a
I don't think
pre-printed
she did.
sheet. Yeah, no, no.
I was like, I didn't see any her writing anything, but when I
Mhm.
saw the final photo, I thought, wow,
Ooh,
that's some
beautiful.
impressive. Like if she sat there and wrote that,
I
that's
gotta
Yeah.
very
think they would have
impressive.
shown her
Yeah.
because it was
Calligraphy.
so incredible. If
Yeah.
she would have done that, and maybe Joe can put the
Yeah.
comments on YouTube if she did.
Yeah,
But
she'll let us know.
Yeah, she'll
yeah,
let us know.
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
No, but it was beautiful. And her piping for her Lambeth cake
yeah,
was just stunning as well. And the colors she used. I mean, it was perfection again.
it was a
The
Joe cake.
the same
For
that we
sure.
always expect from Joe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Magical, in fact, is how Kyla described it.
Hmm. Yeah, it was beautifully done.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan brought out the matcha.
Yeah,
And
I
mint.
saw the matcha powder come out, and I said,
First
"Oh,
thing.
pee break for me."
No.
Oh, a pee break. Well,
Yeah, Ty,
that's
I
the
can
next
walk away.
cake.
That's
I
the
love
next.
Ryan. I
Yeah,
love
that
you,
would have been a good
but
segue for the next
Could
one.
matcha,
have been.
man. Ugh.
Oh,
You might as
Matcha?
well have made a cauliflower cake for me anyway.
Oh,
I'm going to defer to those who enjoy the matcha to talk about the flavors. I will talk to the design, which
yeah.
was amazing.
mhm.
Amazing. What a genius idea having that beanstalk holding the cake up and having that was super interactive.
Yeah.
And then the cotton candy for the cloud.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
beautiful. That was really, really, really well done.
Did he make the cotton candy at in
He
the
was
show?
spinning it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was
He
sitting
gets to
there
Really?
design his
spinning
own
it.
cotton candy.
Man, he brings out all the toys, eh?
Yeah.
Right.
He really does. He goes for broke. And I think that's probably what he tried to do with this cake as well, right?
Hmm.
Just really go all out. And these were like different kind of flavors for him too, right? Because I found in the past like he's been very creative in terms of pairing up it's going to say more familiar flavors, but more a little bit more to the classic pairings. Where this one, I thought he kind of really tried to push the envelope
Yeah.
with the matcha, with the strawberry, with the mint, with the white chocolate for the cake, and then his cookies, the black
Black
sesame
sesame
lavender,
lavender.
which sounded really lovely as well.
I don't
So
think that he hit the mark here. I mean, the
with the
matcha
cake,
and strawberries are matcha and
mhm,
strawberry is a good pairing, but then the mint, like even if you're putting white chocolate in there with the matcha and strawberry, that would be fine. But I think the mint just really threw it
I
off.
think it's one of those things,
Mhm.
right? So I think you go like mint, strawberry, white chocolate would have been beautiful,
Mhm.
right? Or
Mhm.
matcha and strawberry, I think would have been really lovely.
Yeah.
Or mint and white chocolate would have been really good. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean? But I think Kyla made mention of this, right? That um just all of those together were maybe, and I think we talked about this last week, one flavor too many.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
it becomes muddled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
hard for the taster to pick out every single one of those flavors. If you mention it, it needs to taste
It
like
needs
that.
to be there. Yeah.
And then just all the competition of everything
Yeah. I
in your
mean,
mouth.
the black sesame lavender cookies, I would have liked to try those. I think that
Mhm.
would have been interesting to try. And that because the cookies are separate from the cake, that's okay to have
Yeah.
the flavors be completely
Hmm.
different. But yeah, just one flavor too many in the cake itself. But the design
Yeah.
was so
That was
beautiful.
bang
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And Ryan crying about
Oh,
reading the book to his son, and Anne, how beautifully empathetic and encouraging she was really nice to see.
yeah.
You know, and we hear about how funny Anne is, we hear about how nice she is. And we get to see a lot of those little funny moments where she's making quips and stuff and interacting with the bakers, which I always love. But this, when she just said, you know, I'm sure you're a really great papa, I was like,
Yeah.
that was really
Well,
sweet.
I'll tell you a little thing. I was having a very, very bad day in the tent, and I
Yeah.
was feeling a little bit down. And after, like, they would come by, and the Anne and Alan would come by, and they do their little bit with you, and off they go. And after he left, about 10 minutes later, he came back, no cameras, and he just said some really nice things to me. He says, you're killing it. You're doing
Oh,
absolutely great. Don't worry about all the other stuff. You're doing amazing. You're a great baker. And that was so nice of him to do that. No cameras, nothing. He
yeah.
just came by and he just gave me a little bit of a boost and a little bit of encouragement.
Yeah.
Does
And
Alan?
You
that's
needed
yeah,
that.
Alan. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how the hosts are. They're amazing people.
Hmm.
And so kind and so, like you said, empathetic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. It just sounds
Nice.
like such a wonderful, beautiful, joyful place to be part of. Even,
Mhm.
for as many weeks as somebody's lucky to be there for as
Mhm.
a baker. And then it sounds like it's such a warm and wonderful family that they
Mhm.
have. So the culture is just one that, yeah, you'd be like so privileged to be part of.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hmm.
All
Anyway,
right.
moving on.
Moving on.
But yeah, that was such a beautiful little moment, right?
It
And
was a beautiful moment. Yeah.
It
yeah,
was really nice.
yeah, to see him all choked up like that, it's just like again, it hits you.
Well, at that point, they're missing their families a ton, I'm
Well,
sure,
there's also a ton of emotion going on. I had a couple of breakdowns, like when I remember during our bread showstopper, as soon as they yelled time, like I fell to the floor and started weeping. And
Mhm.
Amanda came over, please, happy tears, happy. I said they're happy tears. It was just because you're holding it together while you're
Mhm.
baking,
Yeah.
and it was just I had written my wife's name on the bow of the boat, and
Mhm.
it all just came out when they said time. You could just let it go. It was just an
Yeah.
exhale,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and it's an emotional time there
Mhm.
because yes, you're away from your family. It's emotional if it's a personal bake. We all did personal bakes. Everyone whoever bakes there does, and you have quite often there's that one that's just that extra special. I know Vincent had one, and
Mhm.
you got to keep it together. And when you're in it, you are keeping it together.
Yeah, you're
But when it's
focused.
over, it just explodes out of you, you know?
Mhm.
And I wrote down here that when Ryan said, near the end, when he said, I don't know where the last 3 hours went. And I felt that. I know that. Like it just disappears. And when it's finally over, and in this case, 4.5 hours, which is not a small amount of time in a
Mhm.
day, but it's like the blink of an eye, and
Yeah.
you're just working and you're focused. And then in the middle of that, when in that moment when Anne calls out, asks you that question about what it is, it all comes rushing to you in that moment, right? You're going to be emotional. I shed a tear watching watching him,
Yeah. Me
when
too.
he was saying that because it brought me right back to that time too. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is. It's a special show. It really is.
It
Yeah.
really
And I
is.
think also the other part of it too, I would imagine, is your family is just as much there as you are because they've seen you for the last, the previous 6 weeks before you went into the tent, working your butt off, helping you, supporting you, probably helping you with idea generation and just giving you all of the pep talks to prop you up. So you're like in a really positive frame of mind and also the support because they're left at home
Mhm.
managing the household while you're out, living out your dream and doing all this stuff. So I think there's probably that sense of you don't want to disappoint them either,
Gratitude.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so I would imagine the emotions would be raw and they'd be real and they'd be so strong and yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
tired. You're
Yeah.
tired. You're
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
tired.
you're
That
sleep
just makes
deprived.
you vulnerable.
Fueled
Yeah.
on coffee, caffeine, and sugar
Exactly.
suddenly.
Adrenaline and just like, oh,
Yeah. And as soon as that adrenaline lets go, that's when your composure just
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
falls
Just let
apart.
it
I
all
had
go.
that actually when I did the bake along,
Mm.
you've got set up all the cameras and get everything ready to go for my audition, and then you talk to them and you're nervous and you're making your bake and you like just in there like that, and then as soon as it was like, okay, thank you so much, bye, and then the cameras shut off, and then I fell to the floor crying. And I called you, Christina, right away. I was like, I'm done. It was just, yeah, it's amazing how you're not sad. You're just overwhelmed
related to.
by
You're
all the
overwhelmed.
Yeah.
feelings and the relief of, I did it, I'm done. Wow, And I can
Mhm.
imagine it would be like that for so many of these bakes, and especially as you're getting further
Times,
along in the season and there's
yeah,
so much at stake. So,
times 24 if you make it all the way to the end.
yeah.
Well, what was it, Ryan, that said, it's like 4.5 hours between me and the final or something like that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good perspective. I mean, it's like, yeah, here it is. It's like, this is it. Bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting so close.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's talk about Zoe's lemon poppy seed cake with the peach jam. That
Mm.
sounded like it was just to die for. And yeah, when you see Kyla looking that happy, you've done a good bake. So she did the Earl Grey cookies. She made the Princess and the Pea with a bunch of different layers of different bedding, which I thought was beautiful.
Yeah.
It must have said in the brief that you had to use cookies to make your some of your accents
Oh,
and
yeah.
elements.
Yeah.
Everybody had
Because
It,
cookies.
it was
everybody
cookie.
had a
Yeah,
cookie.
they said it was cookies and cake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Did the
thought
book
that
have to be? Did the book have to be cake?
I don't know
Don't
for
know.
sure. I thought it was the book cake with other
More,
elements coming out of it.
more
That's what
cake?
I got from it, but maybe that was just how I decided I wanted to make it.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, so Zoe made the lemon poppy seed cake, and that was the book. And then she had the bed for the Princess and the Pea, which I guess Bruno had not heard of this.
That was
Mhm.
That's
That was
so
hysterical.
hysterical.
funny.
Yeah, that was so funny.
I can understand how that might be translated in that way. Just saying.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, the
It's
Princess
a
and the
bed
Pea.
and pea and yep.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like what kind of fairy
Children.
tale is
How
this?
young is this princess?
Yeah.
Was she with a certain president? Who knows?
And then how Zoe was like, oh, and then I'm gonna put a little pea, and he's just kind of like, kind of pea, just a green pea. It's like you can see the relief on his face.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
not such a great fairy tale, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that the fairy tale could be the same sort of thing. If instead of putting a pea between the mattresses, she peed in the mattresses, that would be definitely.
Well, that's why she has so many mattresses.
That's
Exactly.
what
So
she
many
has
different
so many.
Got to keep
layers of
adding
sheets.
another one and adding another one.
Oh, I gotta get another mattress.
When is this kid gonna get house broken already?
But Zoe was going for the win, literally, and she even
Yeah.
said that. She's like,
Did.
"I'm going for the win," and man, did she ever bring it
Mhm.
with this showstopper. I mean, it
Yes.
was every detail was again perfection. I mean, we talk about Jo and how precise she is in her decor and stuff. I think Zoe was like right up there
Mhm.
with Jo as far as the presentation and every single detail being just perfectly placed and so intentional, and all the details like the multicolored sheets with different textures and how they were all beautifully layered it looked beautiful,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
it did.
Yeah,
The different,
it was gorgeous. And
yeah,
the flavors,
yes,
the flavors sounded good. And then when they were eating them and Kyla on the verge of tears, and when they give you no notes, like wow,
Yeah.
you want to fall over.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh,
And at
yeah.
the end, Kylie even said it was such a memorable cake.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Wow.
good. So happy for Zoe. So
Yeah.
very happy for Zoe.
Yeah. Very happy for
Yeah.
Zoe. It was great because right at the beginning she said she really wants to be Star Baker this week.
Mhm.
And then how she said, and if it's not this week, then next week,
Next week.
Yes.
Exactly.
And yeah, so that was another one of the things where I'm like, last week we had a lot of the foreshadowing, and I was like, oh no, like I just don't like it when people say, "Is it my week?" I feel like this is my week. Um, so I did worry a little bit about that. But then again, like we say, I didn't want any of them to go home.
Mhm.
And then Jennifer did the Beauty and the Beast rose garden cake. I have a very special place in my heart for Beauty and the Beast, and so I was interested in seeing what she would do with this.
Couldn't imagine why.
No, no, no reason. No reason at all. But I do love, she did another chiffon sponge,
Mhm.
Earl Grey chiffon sponge filled with raspberry jam, and then the brown butter miso cookie for the brick path. And that fountain that she did out of the gum paste with the little interactive element, and she used the butterfly pea tea syrup to make the caviar. And we know that butterfly pea also has a special place in my heart. So I was very much excited about how this was going to turn out. And I think she did a beautiful job on it.
Mhm. I agree.
Unfortunately, another underbaked cookie.
Yes.
And yeah, but everything looked so gorgeous. And Kyla was having the time of her life pouring that fountain onto the or pouring the liquid onto the fountain, which I
Yeah.
thought was beautiful.
Yeah. And that's your interactive piece that you were looking for, Stephen.
Yep.
I
So
mean, it doesn't like come springing out, but it definitely anytime you can have something interactive, right? That's a good thing.
100%. Yep, that was cool.
yeah.
And she figured out a way to get blue legitimately into a bake,
Hmm.
which I never figured out.
No water.
Blue, I guess
Water.
I should not say blue is not a food color. Yeah. What did you guys think of it?
I thought it was gorgeous. The
Mhm.
roses, like again,
Piping.
that is time. That is a
Yeah.
lot of time to pipe that many roses.
Mhm.
But it paid off visually.
Yeah.
It was
And she
absolutely,
had her little roses in her hair.
you know.
Did you
Well,
see?
she always
Yeah.
matches her bakes.
Always.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
No, it was you know what? Another beautiful bake by Jen. I mean, again, her decor is usually very spot on and her piping is beautiful. The other thing is how fluffy her buttercream
Yeah.
looked.
Yes.
And Bruno even made mention of it. I think he said his exact words were, "You must have whipped the heck out of it."
Mhm.
And because it was like, I know at one point the camera panned onto the buttercream and I even went, "Oh, that's just, I mean, it's beautiful. Look how fluffy that looks. It's amazing." But yeah, I mean, she's so good at what she does. Like she's just very, again, technically sound. For the most part, and her decor is like really next level. I mean, all what can you say about all of these
I
bakers? They're
know. It's like
just
every
all
time we give a compliment, we're like, and everybody else is
but
really
every
good
but
too.
everybody does, right? Like there's just such a high level of skill and talent and creativity with the bakers this season, and specifically these four that are were left
Yeah.
standing going into the semifinals.
Mm.
Their work is stunning and has been from day one
Yeah. It
all the
has
way
been.
through.
Do you think that Jennifer had it in her mind that she was going to put tea in every single bake somehow?
Well, I think like Ryan with the homage to his family,
Mhm.
uh, Jen was all about the tea. Again, I think every single one of her bakes, with the exception of the technical bakes, had tea in them.
Yeah. And a lot of her bakes were chiffon cakes.
Because
Mhm.
obviously she does a fabulous chiffon.
This is the thing. If you know you do something well, and it's smart to stick to that, and then, you know, don't you think, Vincent?
Yeah.
Is the time to be adventurous when you're in the semifinals?
Yes.
To a
Yes.
point.
Yes. I mean, you have to show a little bit of variety. She did. I mean, listen,
She had variety.
she had a lot of variety. She had, but she clearly had a uh, a
A
comfort
go-to.
zone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And her chiffon cake is ridiculous. It's so good.
Yeah.
So I get it. Why would you make anything else, right?
Right.
But you can, if you can take that base chiffon recipe and make it into every flavor on the rainbow,
Mhm.
then I guess why not?
Yeah.
But you know, sometimes um, sometimes I think maybe people just want to see more from you,
Mm.
right? And I'm
Yeah.
not saying that's what's happened. I don't think
No,
that's not
nobody
why
ever brought that
that's
up.
not no
That's not
that's not
why.
what that's
Yeah.
not why
No.
she got knocked out at all. But I think that for me, you just have to show a little bit more. Like I can make a chiffon, I can make
Variety.
a pound cake, I can make a
Mhm.
a lemon uh, a lemon poppy seed cake,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But again, her chiffon cake is probably way, way, way better than mine. So why not make it over and over again, right?
I know I would have loved to try this Earl Grey Chiffon sponge. That's
Mhm.
for sure.
Hmm.
Definitely. Yes. Well, any final thoughts on the showstoppers?
Nope, not
I
for
love
me.
I love the idea behind it. I love the
Mhm.
theme behind it, and I think they all pulled it off visually.
Yeah.
Visually, they all nailed it, which
Hmm.
was great. There was no tragedy in the showstopper at
True.
all.
Yeah.
No.
And
Yeah.
it just, I mean, it came down to at
Little
the end of the
things.
day, little things, and we saw, as I said at the commercial break, Jen knew where she was sitting, and short of someone having a collapse,
Mhm.
it was going to be her day, unfortunately,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
because
made a little,
it was a lot to overcome.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. I made a little video of my prediction. I was like, okay, so I'm going to say this for posterity that I believe that Zoe is going to get Star Baker and that Jen is going to be going home today. And I was like, and that makes me cry. And then I recorded my reaction of them announcing Star Baker and that Jennifer was going home. And it is the ugliest video I have ever seen because they say Jennifer's name and I just like crumple and like am sobbing into my hands because I was feeling what that moment would feel like for her. And it's so intense every week that one of these people goes home and I'm rejoicing for the ones that are left, but I'm just like grieving for the ones that have had to leave.
Well, and this is, I gotta think, the hardest week to go home, right? This
Probably.
is
You're
it.
so
Right.
close.
So
You're
close.
right there. I mean, there was one baker who put it into one word when Maggie said, "Damn,"
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
Yes.
Sums it up.
You're right there, right? It's just it's got to be just terrible
And
Yeah.
look at me
on
now.
any week, but on that
No.
week.
Yeah.
What's that?
And look at me now.
Says Maggie?
Maggie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Maggie's kicking butt and taking
She is.
names.
She is
Yeah.
kicking
Yeah.
butt, man.
Zero surprise there at
Yeah.
all.
Right.
Zero surprise
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
No,
sure.
she's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but I think I think we would have been messes regardless of who
For any of them,
for
yeah.
any of them at this point of who is going to go home. Like how yeah, what a tough decision. And yeah, never easy. But so
Never easy.
happy for Zoe as Star Baker. I know she
Mm,
really, really wanted it this week. Great to see Ryan in the finale, and of course our girl Jo. Go Team BC. She's the last
yay.
last BC Baker standing. You guys have two
I
Ontario
loved
people,
that they split them up too, right? You had BC on one side of the tent and you had
right?
Ontario on the other side
Yeah.
of the tent.
Good. I wonder if that was done intentionally.
They did even say it. They said something about BC versus Ontario.
They
Hmm.
did in the promo, but not on the show, did they?
I don't remember. I just remember hearing it.
Yeah. Or was it Dan that did that? I think Dan made that up for Instagram and
Oh,
he
did
posted
he?
it. Yeah, Team BC versus Team Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, Jill
Oh,
was saying something about fellow BC bakers when she was in the tent. It was in the actual show. But
yeah.
yeah. And so we are going to be there. We're going to be at the finale party on
Oh
Sunday
yeah.
Yeah.
with Joe. So we're
I
super
want
Super
I
excited
wanted
about
to be
that.
there so bad. I kept saying if I didn't have things to do on the Monday,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would finally grab Vincent by the scruff of his neck and say,
You
"Come
guys
on with
both would
me,
have come
Let's
out.
flying
go.
in
That
for a
would have been
weekend."
amazing.
Let's go.
Would have been so happy to
Yeah.
have you here. But we are very excited that we get to go.
Mhm.
So that's going to be
Hmm.
great. Yeah.
Super excited to support Joe and yeah, and watch the finale. They didn't give away a whole lot though, right? In like the sneak
Good.
peek for next week. So I caught some Madeleines and I caught tarts that they were doing.
Madeline's. You're making Madeline's. A wise man once told me, "Don't you make madeleines for her?
For
Don't you?" 'Cause I was
Kyla.
gonna make
Kyla.
madeleines, and I said, "Vincent, do you have a Madeline pan?" This was in the semifinal, and he said, "For what?" And I said, "So I'm gonna make them as one of my petty fours. You're making madeleines for Kyla." And he says, "How good are your madeleines?" I said, "I've never made them before." He says, You've never made them before." And he lent me his pan, and I could not get a hump. And I said, "Okay, no way, no
You,
madeleines."
you changed it to a financier.
I said, change to a financier only for Bruno, which I'd also never made before, only to hear Bruno say, "Oh, my absolute favorite dessert," just as he's about to taste it, and I just wanted to run out of the tent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
wow. Well
yeah.
done. Well done.
Yeah,
And
this
that
is going to be quite a finale.
Oh,
it is going to
Should
be
be a
amazing.
2 hour, but it won't be. And
but
Yeah,
you're
no.
right. It should be.
yeah, of course
Mhm.
it should be.
It should be, dang it.
And they should add a fourth challenge.
Ooh, what
Just
would it
saying.
be?
I don't know.
If you were going
If
to
I
add
don't have to bake it, it should be a fourth challenge for sure.
like an extra technical challenge, like do two technical challenges, or would you do
No,
like
I think what you do is you end up you do the first challenge, and the winner, you actually make a winner for the signature. They go right to the finale.
oh,
Oh, yeah, good idea.
The
Like
other
Survivor.
two have to bake. So you can only that way you can only have three, and the other two have to do the technical to get into the finale against the other one. How about that?
How American of you.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I really don't believe in what I'm saying, but what the hell? I got
I
time
mean,
to kill.
I'd be
And I don't
interested
have to
in
do it.
watching it, but
yeah, add an extra challenge. Why not? Why not?
I mean, it really is as you're watching it, you're like, oh, there's one challenge down. Okay, only two more. And you know, what's it gonna be? And so it's kind of sad when you're, oh, now the technical's over. There's only one challenge left, you know? So if they had a surprise fourth challenge, I mean, I wouldn't be that upset about it.
Well, you're relieved, trust me. When they call time on
Oh,
that final showstopper,
Yeah,
boy, it's like
if I was baking, yeah,
it's
but
all
as a
done. Done is
viewer,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, no, done is done, and we're done.
Yeah,
And whatever it is now.
what a
yeah.
feeling, hey?
And what kind of feeling is it like to now have you been, because obviously the final three your families are able to come and join you for the finale.
Not
You don't see
us.
them
Not
Not
us.
them.
because you were
We were
COVID.
COVID kids. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't get to experience that.
No.
So
We didn't even get lollipops.
my
Nothing.
question doesn't even mean anything.
We'll
Yeah. Oh,
ask
it
a
does. It
different
hurts.
question.
Thank you. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
it
I'm
does
Thanks for the
hurt.
sorry.
Yeah,
reminder.
yeah.
I'm
That
sorry.
Flesh wound.
that's
That's
just
good.
But
yeah.
the other
It's
bakers
okay.
came
Just put
though.
salt in that wound.
The
Yeah.
other bakers came though, right? Or was it just you
Yes, our
guys?
yeah,
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
seasoned
our
bakers came.
seasoned bakers
Yeah.
came.
So,
Yeah.
okay. So I'll reframe my question. And had you seen them before the end of the bake, or did you see them at the end
Yes.
of the bake?
No, we saw them before.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes. At
Yeah,
the
we saw them
no
in the
what?
hotel.
You saw them at the
We did,
hotel
Yes.
before
Yes.
your
We knew
final
they were
bake.
We
there.
were
We knew
busy
they were there.
developing recipes, and
Mm.
And
knock
they
at the door. Here's food.
yeah
Oh,
they were making they had a deep fryer
Yeah. Oh yes,
and they
the seven of
basically
them were having the time of their
oh
lives,
my god
and we were not part of it.
yeah
oh, did
Like,
you?
we
yeah.
we,
Oh,
we got to
that's where
see
you feel
pictures
FOMO.
we
I
saw
would imagine.
pictures and video of them having the greatest time and they basically destroyed a hotel room
Yeah.
with all the frying
It was
that they
like
did.
Led
Oh,
Zeppelin
okay. I was like, don't
1974.
tell that.
No,
Tell on them that.
it was just they had a deep
They just
fryer and they deep fried
yeah.
everything you can imagine. So
Oh,
basically, when we were
they
making
had their own carnival
when we
week.
were practicing our bakes in our hotel room, the three of us, they would bring down Korean hot dogs,
Yeah.
right?
Ooh.
They would
And
bring down
samosas. We had
fried
yeah, Kunal made
samosas,
samosas.
right?
Oh,
So they were
Mm.
having a time of their life, and I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
for God's sake, really?
Yeah. But I
oh,
gotta tell you, if you're gonna miss a party, it was worth missing that party to know that
yeah,
we
fair,
got to bake in the
fair.
finale.
And I would
Yeah.
imagine afterwards, did you guys have a good party after
Yes.
the fact? Yeah. So you
Yeah.
were able to join. So it was part two for them, and you guys are able to join into that part of it.
Yes.
All right. So
Yeah.
we don't have the third of your final three here, but
Nope.
as you were,
She's busy enjoying La
Italy.
Dolce Vita. Yeah.
Yes.
yes, and it would have been great to have her here, but
Mhm.
we have two of the season five finalists here. So everybody who is heading into the final now for season nine, these three bakers who are phenomenal, remember back to when you were watching your season and ready for this finale to play out for everybody. What would you like to say to these three bakers as they look forward to Sunday's event?
Stephen.
Well, I mean, for two of them, because I know how they feel. It's, you know what? It is from because I can speak to that. I can speak to having a watch party. I already know the outcome, and I'm having a ball. I had friends there who openly said to me, "Well, you we know you won because you wouldn't have a watch party if you didn't win." And I got to enjoy it. I got to finally see what Vincent and Amy were doing. I mean, I could see a little bit of Amy. She was in front of me. I couldn't see what Vincent was doing. So I got to watch that. I got to see the story. It brought me back to that moment because that moment for me, it was really, especially in the showstopper, it was really magical. There were times where I would go to the back of the tent to the microwave to do something, and I turn around and I would just stop and just watch. I'd watch the cameras and the producers and Vincent and Amy going like, "I'm never coming back here." I mean, I
Mhm.
ended up thankfully, but when you get to go to the watch and you have all your friends and your family there, and we were very fortunate that it was that little sliver of time when we were allowed to have 25 people in your home. Like the next week they shut everything down again, so
Mm.
when we had our watch party you could have 25 people and you've got them all around, and then they announce a different name than yours, and your whole family embraces you as if you've won.
Hmm.
Mhm.
What a feeling, that
Hmm.
because they've been cheering you on the whole time. None of them knew, like none of them except my wife and kids knew that I was there until we got announced.
Yeah.
And it's just a fabulous feeling. That kind of love, to feel that kind of love from everyone was amazing. And you can't replace that. Now, when they call your name, Vincent can speak to that. It's I'm sure a similar but a different feeling having that watch party.
Yeah. You gave me chills. Like
Mhm.
I got goosebumps as you were sharing that. It
Yeah,
was wow.
talking about turning around and just taking that moment while you were in the tent and
Mm.
just kind of reflecting on, okay, I'm gonna take this all in because this is the end of it.
It's something I always tell people to do at their wedding. And so
Mm.
when I was in there at the showstopper, I said I'm going to take that advice that I've always given to other people, and it's pretty cool.
You're
Yeah.
so wise.
Well, it
I
goes
knew
without
there was a
saying.
reason why we had Stephen join us. It's his
Just because
wisdom
he looks cute. No, Christmas
in a
onesie.
onesie. Yeah. Yeah. Vincent, how about your experience? Because you won your season. You knew you had won. And then, yeah, did you have a huge watch party as well, and or maximum 25 people at that time?
It was good.
That's it.
No, it was really good. I mean, I like Steven said, it was a very weird time of space and time
Mhm.
where we were allowed to have a few people over, but I rented out a uh, private room at a pizzeria, and I made my showstopper for sharing after the uh, the party, so that everybody could taste what they were tasting on the show.
Oh, perfect.
And nobody knew if I won. Phil was the only person who knew
Hmm.
that I won, and yeah, it was a really nice moment. Um, I was thinking, I wish that Stephen was here.
Yeah.
Mm.
I remember thinking that. But he has his own family and friends to be with. That he had watch parties every. Did you have it every week, Stephen?
Every week. Yeah.
Yeah. So he had watch parties every week, and And I was thinking, it'd be really nice to be able to share this with Stephen as well.
Yes.
But you know, uh, it was really, really nice. And it was really nice that nobody knew if I won or not. I mean, same thing. My friends were like, there are a couple of friends that said, well, he wouldn't have a watch party if he didn't win. Right.
Right.
But there was a point where everybody sort of knew that Amy was going to win this whole thing. Right. It was just the way it was.
Yeah.
And then even my brother said at the end, when I finished my showstopper, he said during the commercial break, Vince actually has a chance of winning this thing. and I won, and I wish I had my cake plate with me at the time because that would have been cool.
Oh, yeah.
But that didn't happen. But yeah, it was a really nice moment. We shared champagne, and it was just a nice moment to have all of the only people that I invited, not the only people, the people that I had to pare down to 25 or 20 people or whatever it was, were the people who supported me so much throughout all the baking and ordering cakes for me and stuff like that in the past, and really being there for me. So those are the people I invited. And family, of course.
Yeah.
So it was nice. My family had no idea. They had no idea I was on the show until it was gotten announced, and they had no idea I won until it was announced. And I'm very good about keeping secrets like that, and I like to keep secrets like that because I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah. So this is the last little bit of time for these final three bakers before everybody knows.
Yeah.
Kind of hold that precious secret close and have that anticipation for
create that memory, right?
Yeah.
This has been with them since they applied in January.
Yeah.
Since they found out probably in April, May that they were going to be on. And it's a beautiful moment, and there's a little bit of sadness about it.
Yeah.
There's a bittersweet because the ride is over. It's like being on the greatest roller coaster you've ever been on, and it comes the last loop to loop, and then how it just sort of stops, and then it moves forward a little bit. That's what's going to happen on Sunday night.
Yeah. And similar to what Stephen said, was in my recipe, and I don't know if I've shared this with you before, at least on the podcast, but in my recipe, at the end of the recipe, I had all my times written down, time checks, of course, and it was like 4.5 hours or something?
4.5 hours, yeah.
So it's like at 4 hours and 29 minutes, I wrote down in big capital letters, stop, take a look around, take in where you are right now, and take a snapshot of this. And I did. And I started to cry. And I'm going to weep now. It's just awful. But yeah, I mean, I watched Stephen working on his cake, and I watched Amy working on her cake. And I was just like, I looked at the crew, and I looked at the space, and I looked at my sheep cookie jar that I desperately want. If they ever break down that set and the show goes under. But even that memory now brings me to tears.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you both held it so close to your heart.
Oh yeah.
Still do.
And look at the friends we made, like not just like Stephen and I and all of the season 5 people, but all of the people. Like all of the people have been on the show in the past.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to getting to know the people from the future.
Yeah.
If I can.
Yeah.
But it's getting to be a lot of people now.
It is. It's getting to be a bigger exclusive club.
It's still a very
as I told them when I texted I texted each of them when they came in, and I've been in a little bit of communication with some of them, and I said, it's 90 people have been in that tent in a country though of 42 million. So 42 million people, only 90 people have this unique shared experience. That is not very many at the end of the day. Even though it gets kind of loud sometimes in our little group chat. But it's because we've all experienced the exact same thing, whether you were there for 1 week or 8 weeks. We experienced, because you're not just there for a week, right? You're there for all that time leading up to it.
Mhm.
just 1 week in the tent if you're the first person to go. You still had that experience, the whole experience.
Yeah.
And it's something that, we can say one word to each other and we all know what each other's talking about. It's pretty cool.
Hmm. And the fact
Wow.
that you have we're going to have 90 people in this group chat, maybe about 90 people for those people who stayed.
Yeah.
But you know, it's 90 people, really good bakers with really good recipes,
What
right?
I
The
mean,
gold mine,
It's a
wow.
gold mine.
Yeah.
Like,
treasure trove. Yeah.
you know, a lot of times it's like, okay, help. You know,
Yeah.
I need some advice, or I need a recipe or something, and then they just flood you with information, and it's like the best thing ever.
You know what you guys should do? You guys should do a cookbook, maybe after the 10th season, and every baker that's part of the group chat, like contributes one of their recipes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think that would be amazing.
Wouldn't
I
that
can
be
help you
amazing?
publish it.
Yeah.
Can't help you market it, but I can help you publish it. That would
No,
be a
that's
really
not
great idea.
that's
Wouldn't
not
it
a
be
bad
cool?
idea.
Yeah.
Or
You could
100,
do it for
recipes right
charity or
there.
something, like
100
do it as a
recipes.
charitable endeavor.
Hmm.
That is a great idea.
Charity.
Yeah.
Screw that.
That
For
was
the-
weird.
for
It
the-
like bleeped you automatically. It was great.
It's
All
for the
right.
home for it's for the home for wayward bakers. That's where the money has to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
However you want to
That's
do
what
it.
it's for.
I'm
I think it's a
thinking,
good idea because I imagine that's where I will be one day soon. So
So,
Oh my
whatever you
goodness.
decide, if you want to make it a for-profit thing or a not-for-profit thing, that's going to be up to you guys. But
That's true.
you
Great
know,
idea,
but
though. Thank
I
you.
think
Great
it would
idea.
be really awesome to have everybody contribute maybe their closest to their heart kind of recipe that they
Mhm.
can share, that they'd be willing to share with everybody who has been lifelong fans of the show or baking in general. Or I mean, what a collection of greatness in
Mhm.
one
I
book.
could do Rice Krispie treats.
Oh,
So that would be your wife's contribution.
that's the second volume of
I
the
think your
Fabulous Contribution.
vanilla cake, I think, is the one that I think most people would want, maybe. I hear it's amazing.
It's pretty amazing. I made it today.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know, if you would be willing to share, I would not say no.
Of course, you just have to write macarons in the comments and I'll send it to you.
perfect. All right. Well, thank you everybody for another great recap week. We've got only
Mhm.
one more to go.
Can you
And
believe it? Next week,
yeah, it's amazing.
Sunday, technically.
What a fabulous season it has been. And
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it's
really
It has
is.
gonna be a great finale on Sunday, the 23rd
Mhm.
Yep.
of November. Amazing. Well, thank you all for being with us.
Have
And
a good
once
time
again,
on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or it's not this Sunday. It's
It is
obviously.
this Sunday.
It
yeah,
is
this
this Sunday.
Sunday coming
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Sunday
right.
coming
That's
up.
right.
That's right,
Wow.
because we're on Monday.
Who else beside Dan and Joe? Who else? And Jennifer will be
Jennifer
there.
will
Yeah,
be
Yes.
Shannon, Joe, and Jennifer
Yeah.
are going to be
Well,
there.
tell them we say hi.
We
will
will
Yes.
for
And we
sure.
really we
Well,
love
actually,
them.
you can tell them. Hopefully, I think maybe they listen
Yeah.
to us.
Tell them right now.
You can tell them right
Actually
now.
tell them. Hi guys.
Have fun without us. Try.
Yeah. Not for lack of trying.
And
See,
there's a seat sale right now, you guys. You could jump
yeah,
on it.
you still have time to make it out west.
I'd have to take the red eye home though.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying it would be worth it, but I think it might be
You could
worth
do
it.
You could do it. You could do it.
Wow.
I see Steven's thinking about it. You're still thinking about it. I
Steven
love this.
does think about it.
I
Yeah.
do stuff like that.
Yeah, he does
And
think
then
about
I like the spur of the moment stuff. Definitely is fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Well,
All right.
I mean, it would be so fun to actually finally, because I've not met you guys in person.
that's
And I
right,
think
yeah.
that would be really cool
Right.
too.
Yeah, we could
I
have.
feel like we have, but
I
we haven't.
baking scraps with the Fabulous Baker Boys. I mean, it would be a pretty good night out.
Wouldn't that be
I
funny?
think
That'd be
so.
funny.
Yeah.
Funny.
A live recap podcast. Live streaming on YouTube.
Could you imagine?
Yes, make it
Right?
happen.
Make it happen.
That would be awesome, actually.
Yes.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. All right, guys.
We'll crash Andre's place and we'll live stream from Andre's place.
Yay.
Andre's game, probably.
Yeah.
I'm
Hopefully
not sure
Andre's
speak
going to
for
be
him.
there.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Would be
Yeah.
great. All right.
So cool. Well, anyway, nice
Off
to
we
spend
go.
some time with you again.
When we next see each other, it will be finale time.
It will be.
Amazing. Thank you, everybody, for listening and watching, and we will see you next week. Happy baking.
Happy
Happy
baking.
baking.
Happy baking.